What's up? We are back. We got upper A workout today, starting with bench press, 5 sets of triples with 240 today. This lift continues to progress linearly quite nicely. Get to the mid 200s on this, which is feeling good. And I think realistically, I'm hoping to get to kind of the maybe 255, 260 is where these triples are just going to start kind of stalling out, and I'll be getting doubles and singles later on. And at that point, we'll just see. We'll see how long that stall lasts, and I might move to a double progression situation where I just stay at a given weight until I can hit triples all the way across. And if that fails, we will adjust. But for now, we're just adding 5 pounds a week, and we're gonna just see how long we can push this. So I take a pretty close grip on these. Common thing I talk about in a lot of my videos is just finding the lifts and the variations of the lifts that work for you and keep you in the gym over the long term. And for me, the narrow grip on the bench has always felt the most locked in, the most stable, the most friendly on my shoulders, elbows, etc. And lifting pain-free is what we want. So I would not worry too much about optimization and getting into muscle activation too much at the end of the day. If that's the variation of the bench press that keeps you benching for years and years and years and allows you to keep progressing, that's the one to stick with, even if the chest to tricep stimulation isn't whatever. I just wouldn't worry about that stuff that much. So next up, we got 5 sets of weighted, I never know whether to call these weighted chin-ups or pull-ups, given that I take a neutral close grip. I'll call them weighted chin-ups. So again, the grip here is, it's the grip that allows me to comfortably move the most amount of weight with a solid range of motion and solid form. So I find that a pure underhand grip, so chin-up style, does tend to give me elbow tendonitis when I load it up and go heavy, and the overhand grip just doesn't allow me to move as much weight. I do body weight pull-ups with an overhand grip on my other upper body day, and right now I'm trying to get 4 sets of 12 on that, which is gonna take a while. We're slowly climbing towards that, but again, wouldn't worry too much about, is this grip too much back or too much on, it's a pull-up. At the end of the day, you're grabbing from a dead hang, you are grabbing a bar above you and pulling your entire body weight and maybe some weight as well, if you're strong, up and clearing your chin. It's like it's working your pulling musculature. So just do the one that you can stick with. All right, now we're into the accessory or assistance work. I forget the technical definition of those 2 words and which these are, but it doesn't matter. Next up, we got 3 sets of overhead press, so double progression. Today was a reset, so I got 3 sets of 8, so I bumped up the weight, and I'm back to 3 sets of 6. And actually, on my final set here, I was feeling real good, so I just went for it and got a set of 8 on the last set there. So that's always just what you want to see. It's really inspiring and good for the morale, because that means there is a lot of runway to progress. So it's going to be relatively easy to add reps here and there on this at this weight. And again, when I look at this, I'm looking at just bar speed. It's not going too much to one side or the other. Form looks good. Not turning it into a standing bench press by leaning back an insane amount. I find the best cue on these is to really flex the glutes and tuck the hips. That makes sure the upper body is just a solid pillar to press from. And I have a funny tendency, I just can't help myself. When I finish a set of these, I tend to, you'll see it right here, I press up and through, and then I just stand there with it pressed up over my head, because there's something very caveman about standing there with a massive weight. I think that's where that term, you got the drop on him, comes from. It's because if you're back in the caveman days, 2 cavemen fighting with rocks, the one that can get the rock over their head first, you got the drop on the other person because you're ready to drop your rock, and they try to raise their rock, you're ready to drop. So I don't know, it's just fun to stand there with a bunch of weight over your head like that. Next up, we got dumbbell rows. I did 3 sets of this, again, double progression. Got 3 sets of 12. I only filmed 1 set because these are just kind of boring, and filming 1 set of these takes up a lot of time, but another fantastic movement. Again, I got 3 sets of 12, so we're going to jump up to 75 and reset down to probably 3 sets of 8 or 10. We'll see how it feels. These are starting to feel heavy. And then again, did 2 sets of these, but just filmed 1, lying tricep extensions. If you have not tried these before, these are fantastic, and what you'll notice is when you do them, the key is to fully bend the elbow and really come around your head and let that arm drift back, and you will feel this in the long head of your tricep. Even if you're a very strong presser, if you do these, your long head of your tricep will absolutely light up. Fantastic long head builder. All right, guys, till next time, peace.